Oh hey, it's me, Herma, and today I wanted to show you a really cool game that I find to be very fun to play and also quite underrated. So in today's video, I'll present to you Roblox PHIGHTING with the PH. A game where you can pick your own character through a vast selection out of 3 different categories, those being melee, ranged, and support. So now, let's take a look at the gameplay, shall we? So to actually start playing, you'll first have to chat with this guy, so that he gets you there. After you get in, you'll then realize that this is a PvP game, where you have to fight it out with different players in a 5v5 match. I think I've heard of this one before. In the game, there are currently only 2 game modes, those being Team Deathmatch and King of the Hill. But what really spices up the game is every single character's kit being completely different. And also the maps, because maps actually play a big role in how the match is played, because each map actually has a different gimmick. 2 of the most simple maps actually are the train station and airport, because in those maps, there is either a train or a plane landing every now and then, and you are going to have to get out of its path so that you don't get hit. But the characters' gimmicks are also really interesting. Every character having at least 3 abilities and an ultimate. Some of them having passives as well. For example, Slingshotter, one of my favorite characters, has for the passive a double jump and can also walk on air, a scatter shot like a shotgun, a stun shot, which is a really powerful shot, and also just a dash, overall being one of the most evasive characters in the game. It's also cool that for ultimates, they all have a subtle text in the bottom of the screen telling you that a ult is coming and you should get ready for it. For example, Hyperlink. This is the sniper of the game, and when you see in the bottom of the screen the text saying "I'll see you in hell," then you should probably start running and dodging evasive, because this man is actually going to be shooting a laser beam that's going to just one-shot you. And pretty much most of the ultimates are really good at killing, so this game really rewards you for paying attention at pretty much everything. So yeah, now we're talking about the skins. If you've played this game, you're probably confused as to how to even get the skins. I'm sure I was, until I asked someone with the skin and they said they bought it with bucks. No, bucks is not Robux, just the in-game currency. Playing gets you bucks. There are also special rounds which give you even more bucks. And the way you unlock skins is actually that you have to walk around the main lobby and find NPCs. There are many skins around the map, some that look radical, some that look like this. But the fact is that you actually don't get bucks that much, so getting a ton of skins is going to take a while. I currently have only 1 in my arsenal, and don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. But I think that skins can actually add quite a bit of spice to the gameplay. And it's a really cool detail that you actually can see the skins themselves in the top bar of the teams, which is a really nice attention to detail. Thank you them. That being said, the skins that are actually in game are pretty cool. Like this one, I thought it was 50k bucks just for the meme. But no, it has custom effects, custom model, custom everything. Everything about this is custom and I love it. Again, don't judge me. But before we continue any further, I just want to mention that I simply love this game a lot. And I want to make content on it. I want to make some very cool videos on it, just like many other content creators have done on other games. So let's keep it simple for the first video, shall we? If you want me to make a video on how it feels to play one of the fighters in the game, then all I ask for you is to simply like the video so that we are going to get to 25. Alongside that, leave a comment saying which one of the fighters you'd like to see in the first video, since the one with the most likes is most probably going to be the fighter I'm going to do the first video on. And now, let's talk a bit more in depth about the basic mechanics of the game that I for some reason have not mentioned. So every single fighter has 2 health bars, has 1 HP bar and 1 shield bar. After not taking damage for a while, The shield bar is going to regenerate itself after a while, but not the HP one. The HP one, you're going to be needing a support for that. The reason I'm saying this is because there are different fighters like Sword, for example, who have more HP than Shield, having a split of 150 with 25. While there are some characters maybe like the Banhammer, which have a lot more HP in general, are not as agile, but have a 75 HP with 150 shield split, making the need of support not as big as before. Which fighters are most likely to be used depending on the map and mode, because the game mode itself actually matters a lot. In something like Annihilate, aka Team Deathmatch, you are going to want maybe to use some assassins. For that, you are going to use Biograph, for example, a glass cannon which can easily just target the heck out of one enemy. But due to it being a glass cannon and not having that much HP, it's not going to be as useful in Conquer, aka King of the Hill, where you have to stay a lot of time on the hill to actually get the points. For that, you're most likely going to use Banhammer, because once Banhammer is on the hill, it's kinda hard to get him off it. Most of the time, due to him having a ton of HP and a lot of sustain ability as well. This meaning that characters like Hyper Laser, for example, are not going to be as good in Conquer because they usually need to stay far away from the action so that they can attack properly. But on the flip side, they are very good in Team Deathmatch, just picking off people from across the map. And for the last thing I want to cover, that is going to be the OSTs of the game. Because I will be honest here, if this game would have had no music at all, it would not have been half of what it is today. Because the music adds so much, in the fact that every single map has its own unique music, makes this game so much better. Like during this video, you've heard probably like 3 different songs from the game, but the game has a lot more to offer. So that's why I suggest you to just hop right in and take a listen for yourself. Many different talented music artists have composed stuff for this game, and it truly shows. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I really hope that you want to see more videos on the game itself, because I really want to make. And so with that, I hope I will be seeing you into the next one. Bye bye!